today's story is Watch Out For Wolfgang. Let's go. Lord cleaned his loom, all his gears, and always polished his drum before bedtime. He made his mother proud. Life was easy for Slick. His smile, good looks, and sweet talk always got him what he wanted. But no one seemed to understand the dolly. Dot, as his brother called him, was lusty, made funny sounds, and has his own way of doing things. He was, in a word, at old. One day the old robot gathered her boats around her. Now that you're all finished being assembled, it's time for each of you to go out on your own, she said. But mother dear, where will we live? Asked Lot. The old bot patted his head. I've scrimped and saved, Lodi, so that you and your brother can have your own factories. But you must build them big and strong to keep out Wolfgang the recycle. If he catches you, who knows what he will make from your parts? Toaster, microwaves. Her screen flickered frantically. Lode shuddered with fear. Thank you, Mother. I will spend the money carefully and wisely. Ha! No problem, Mussy, scoffed Slick. I can handle old Wolfie. You know, Beep, said Dot dreamily. I've always wanted to live in a huge pile of mud, Beep. I'd love to smell the smoke from the smokestacks wafting in and feel the mud squishy through my gears buzz. The old lover sighed and lowered her eyes. Lord snickered and said, Don't waste your money, Dot. Follow you programming. Don't you want Mother to be proud of you? Slick shook his head. You must have some bolts missing. And by the way, have you ever heard of chrome polish? Mussy, are you sure he and I came from the same factory? The three boats kissed her mother goodbye and set off with their money. Lode brought a soiled factory just like his mother's. I am safe from Wolfgang here, he thought, sweeping and scrubbing until the place sparkled. Slick went to the racetrack and gambled his mother's money. He won 3 times that she had given him. With his new fortune, he built a custom-made, reinforced steel castle, full of all the latest get. I'd like to see that Wolfie tried to get into my house, he chuckled. Dudley knew exactly what he wanted. He ordered mud heaping piles of it. When 12 truckloads of the sloppest muck were dumped in his yard, Dot's light bulb popped with delight. "Ha, grand Buzz Bip!" Dudley jumped into the mud with a huge splash. He couldn't have been happier. Wolfgang was skillful when he learned of his 3 new neighbors. "What wonderful scrap they will make!" He cried, scraping his claws together menacingly. He drove Light over to Lod's factory and pounded on the door. Lod called out politely, "Who's there?" "A neighbor come to welcome you," sang Wolfgang in a silvery voice. He was in a very good mood. Lod looked at the camera screen. When he saw Wolfgang, his gears seized. "Mother told me not to let in strangers," Lod called, "especially you." "Now you hurt my feelings," Wolfgang lied. "Didn't your mother teach you manners? I think you owe someone an apology." "You're right," said Lod, hanging his head in shame. "That was rude of me." He opened the door. Quick as a sparkle, Wolfgang pulled out Lod's batteries and began dismantling the boat. "This part will do nicely," he thought. He took them home to his shop and worked through the night. The next day, Wolfgang still hungered for more. He wheeled over to the new steel castle where Slick was pushing on the balcony. "Oh," said Wolfgang, grinning cheerfully, "his part look important." He called up to Slick, "You're finally constructed. Let me see your closer." Wolfgang's voice broke Slick's gaze from the mirrored words. Silk could not resist an audience. "Once this trash hound gets a good look at me," he thought, as he rode down in the elevator, "he will know I am far too outstanding to recycle." Slick threw open the front door and struck out. "You may admire me now. Very impressive, but I do know your welding looks a little sloppy, at least from here. And pity about that last. Are you kidding?" blustered Slick, offended. "I insist you take a closer look." Wolfgang roared in and unplugged Slick with one smooth motion. Slick light flickers out. Wolfgang crackled. "What an ego on that one! This guy has more chrome than a motorcycle." He hurled Slick back to his shop and broke him down into parts. Even all of Slick's shiny metal wasn't enough for Wolfgang through. "Tomorrow morning I will send that third one," he mused. The next morning, Dudley was happily wallowing in his pile of mud, and usually when Wolfgang arrived, Dud looked up calmly. He had been accepting him. Boy, he looked even dumber than the first two. Wolfgang thought. "Come over here," he ordered. I don't want to get dirt up my tailpipe. I'm sorry, are you talking to me? Asked Dot. I must have mud in my ears. Buzz, Buzz, you will have to come closer. It's barely worth the trip. Wolfgang complained to himself. I'm not even sure I can salvage anything good from this one. Wolfgang drove into the mud, but the bulk of his new upgrades made him heavy and clumsy. Ah, I'm slipping, he exclaimed. Hey, Lost Bucket, can't you come over here? Blip Buzz, said Dot. He almost blew a circuit trying not to giggle. You look a little steamed. Come on in. The mud is nice and cool. Beep, beep. That's it. You dented up dustbin. I am gonna get you. Wolfgang bellowed as he charged forward, but his wheels slid and spun in the mud. The more he thrashed, the deeper he sank. Help! I'm stuck! Give me a hand, you pile of scrap! No, I don't think I will be giving you my hand, Buzz, Wheel, or any other part of me, said Dot, glancing meaningfully at Wolfgang's newest attachment. Glub, burp, blub, bull, said Wolfgang, the mud closed over his head. In the weeks that followed, Wolfgang rose from the mud in pieces. A deflated tire, a rusty claw, a crusty gear. Now look at this, said Dot with a heavy sigh. That big hunk and junk has messed up my perfect mud buzz bip, and Mom keeps asking about Load and Slick. So he went to work. The next morning, Dudley, his brother, and his mother went out for a family drive. Things were back to normal. Well, almost. Thank you for the watching. Bye bye.